Hi, so today we're going to do Sophie-Anne. She has a really great vintage retro vibe about her that's really becoming sort of a fan favorite fashion-wise. This is sort of a simpler version of it, and you can look down below to see how I got my hair. This isn't the exact same thing as hers turned out to be. I just didn't roll it back up after I took the curlers down. I'm sure you've already noticed that I'm not as pale as Sophie-Anne is. This is the only week that I'm actually tan. It's summer here, so please forgive me. Alright, so to start off, you just want to have a very clean looking matte face. So I started with Benefit Icon Under Eye Cream. I just put it underneath my eyes just to get rid of circles. You can tell me if it works or not. After that, I put on my concealer and I saved you the hassle of looking at that. Next, you're going to want to take a pressed powder. This is the Lancome Dual Finish. Lorac is another one of my favorites. And just, use one in a good shade for you. Like I said before, I know I'm not as pale as Sophie-Anne is right now, but hope you'll forgive me for that. And you just want to, make sure that your face is completely covered and just like you don't want any shimmer or sheen. Another good thing to go over with that is the Dr. Feel Good from Benefit. It's sort of a modifying powder. You can just put it in places where you're naturally oily or shiny. Me, I get the T-zone area. Now in the way of blush, there's not a whole lot of blush to go with. I'm going to use Clinique Peony. You just want to use a shade that's just a little, based off your natural one, not too bright, not too dark, just sort of a little pop to distinguish your cheeks. I'm going to dip your brush in, and this is a little bit different. You're going to go underneath your apple and go up. You probably can't tell the effect from the camera, but trust me, it will show up, just not as much as you're used to. So next we're going to go onto the eyes, and you're going to prime your eyelid. I'm using the ELF primer. Okay. Now there isn't a whole lot of eye makeup, or so it appears. First thing is to go back and take your pressed powder that you used and your brush, and this is how you're actually going to highlight your eyes, your eyebrow, right under here. After that, you're going to take a sort of a little bit lighter than your natural color, your natural skin color, and put that underneath your eyelid. Me, I'm using Lancome Latte, sort of this little off-white, off-beige color. Then you're going to take your small brush, and you're going to dip it in sort of a pearlized white. I'm using Drape, Lancome Drape, sort of a favorite of mine. This is what you're going to use to define it. There you are. And you can add as much as you want. You can mix shades of white. You can add a little bit of blue, not too much. The point is to make it a very sort of subtle change. After that, you're going to take maybe 1 or 2 colors more brown or darker. So I'm using Mannequin. Dip your brush in and just sort of go through the crease. And then blend everything in together. If you feel it's too dark, I think it's a little bit too dark, just dip your brush, your blending brush, into the pressed powder. Go through it. The next part is the eyeliner. This is the trickiest part. Don't worry if you're not perfect at eyeliner. There's plenty of different ways you can do this. The first, obviously, is to use a liquid eyeliner. I'm going to use Avon Perfect Wear and Sparkle. Now again, my favorite is Lancome Art Liner. I think it's the best liquid eyeliner there is on the market. I didn't have any in black, so I'm just going to use my Avon one. Now you want something that's not too thick of a line. That's the problem with a lot of liquid eyeliners, is they're too thick. So you go to put them on and you get this huge smear. No, you just want like a little thin point. If you don't mind, I'm going to use a little mirror here. Now you want to get it as thin as possible. Not too thick. And just go through so that it's even. Now how far, that's always a question with eyeliner. You don't want to go too far past the natural eye crease. You don't really want cat eyes here, you just want sort of a natural sort of effect. So you'd go top and bottom. I'm sorry. I always like to make sure I rub in the bottom layer so it doesn't really get all creased later. So that's one way to do it. You can just use regular liquid eyeliner, then you can press it with some powder, make it set better. Another way to do it, and you can do this in combination with the liquid eyeliner or just use it by itself, is to use a gel eyeliner. It's one of my favorites of the summer. This is Physicians Formula Black Gel Liner, and I'm going to use the Lancome brush number 15, my eyeliner brush. As you can see, it's just a super thin angled brush. And just dip the brush in, get some eyeliner on there. And I'm just going to put it over the previous line. And you can use either of these methods or a combination of the two like I'm doing right now. Next I'm going to line my eyebrows. I'm using Lancome, but you can use whichever one works best for you. And just go up. Just want to define the arch pretty much is the main point.